Imagine a world where every crypto transaction, every new blockchain innovation, and every promising digital asset faces endless regulatory confusion. That's the landscape Ripple and other crypto projects are fighting to change, and today, Ripple has taken a huge step forward in that mission. Their cross-appeal in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit challenges several elements of the SEC's recent court decision, one that's keeping the future of XRP and other cryptocurrencies in limbo. Welcome back to Gold Rush Crypto Daily Channel. If you're passionate about the rapidly shifting world of digital assets and crypto regulation, you're in the right place. Today's video is loaded with everything you need to know about Ripple's cross-appeal and why this case could shape the regulatory future for digital assets in the US. Will Ripple finally break free from regulatory chains? Or will the SEC's grip on crypto remain tight? Stick with us till the end to find out. And remember, if you're enjoying these deep dives into crypto's most important moments, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay ahead in the crypto game. Ripple's big move, challenging SEC's authority over crypto. Ripple Labs, one of the world's largest crypto firms and the force behind XRP, has just filed a cross-appeal in the U.S. Court of Appeals, contesting the SEC's recent ruling. Now, to grasp why this is a pivotal moment, let's recap what's been happening. In 2023, Ripple scored a partial win in court when Judge Analisa Torres ruled that its sale of XRP to public investors did not constitute an unregistered security offering. This victory was massive. It gave Ripple, and the wider crypto community, a reason to hope for fairer regulation. But the battle was far from over. The SEC quickly filed its own appeal, challenging aspects of this decision. Now, Ripple is responding with its cross-appeal, targeting specific rulings it believes were wrongly applied, particularly the ruling that Ripple's institutional sales of XRP were unregistered securities. The stakes are high, not just for Ripple, but for the entire industry. Now, here's the twist. Ripple's main argument is that the district court incorrectly defined XRP as a security in relation to its institutional sales. This is a big deal, as it challenges the very core of how regulators define securities in crypto. And personally, I think Ripple's stance makes a lot of sense. After all, XRP and similar assets operate on an entirely different economic model from traditional securities. 4 critical points in Ripple's cross-appeal. Ripple's filing specifically challenges 4 major issues, with the most crucial being the question of whether XRP sales to institutions should be treated as unregistered securities. Here's a breakdown of what's at stake. Ripple contends that Judge Torres misinterpreted the 1933 Securities Act. According to Ripple, an investment contract must impose post-sale obligations on the seller and provide the buyer with rights to profit from the seller's efforts. XRP, however, doesn't fit that bill in Ripple's view. They argue that XRP is a decentralized asset that doesn't rely on a single company's ongoing efforts for value. If this interpretation holds, it could redefine how investment contracts are viewed across the crypto space. Ripple is also pushing back against the lack of regulatory clarity. They argue that the SEC failed to give fair notice that XRP could be considered a security under existing laws. Think about it. If even a leading company like Ripple couldn't get a clear answer from the SEC, what chance does a small startup have? This point goes beyond Ripple. It's about the entire crypto ecosystem's need for predictable, transparent rules. The SEC is targeting Ripple's top executives, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, claiming they knowingly engaged in unregistered securities sales. Ripple contests this, arguing that the executives couldn't have known they were breaking securities laws given the lack of clear guidance from the SEC. Imagine being penalized for breaking a rule you didn't even know existed. That's the situation these executives find themselves in, and Ripple's appeal hopes to set a precedent that protects not only its team but also future crypto innovators. Ripple's case isn't just about XRP, it's about the entire regulatory framework around crypto. If the appeals court sides with Ripple, it could pave the way for clearer, more consistent rules for other crypto assets. To me, This case feels like a make-or-break moment for digital asset regulation in the US. If Ripple wins, we might finally see an end to the regulatory gray areas that have been stifling the industry for years. What's at stake for the SEC? The SEC, on its part, is doubling down. While they're appealing the dismissal of charges related to Ripple's sales on digital exchanges and its distributions to employees, they're notably not challenging the district court's ruling that XRP itself is not a security. This is key because it could suggest the SEC is acknowledging a possible limit to its regulatory power over crypto assets themselves, even as it seeks more control over the way these assets are marketed and sold. In my opinion, this is a strategic move. The SEC knows that challenging the XRP is not a security ruling could lead to a more sweeping defeat. By focusing instead on Ripple's sales practices, the SEC is narrowing its focus while still trying to maintain a foothold in crypto regulation. But here's the catch. Even this focused approach might backfire if the appeals court sides with Ripple on any of these points. Why Ripple's cross-appeal is so important. Ripple's decision to cross-appeal isn't just a legal maneuver, it's a message to regulators. It's as if Ripple is saying, we're not going to let vague, inconsistent rules hold us back. And that's a sentiment many in the crypto space share. From my perspective, this case could signal a turning point. Ripple's appeal may set a precedent for how future crypto projects are regulated, making it easier for them to operate in a clear legal framework without the constant fear of sudden enforcement actions. If Ripple prevails, it could open doors for new projects and investors who have been wary of the unpredictable regulatory landscape in the US. The future of crypto regulation. Why you should care now. Let's zoom out a bit. Why does this case matter to anyone who isn't a Ripple investor? The answer lies in the potential regulatory framework it could help establish. A favorable outcome for Ripple could push the SEC to adopt clearer, more transparent guidelines for the entire industry. This means that as an investor, developer, or crypto enthusiast, you'd have a better understanding of what's allowed and what's not, which is crucial for long-term growth in the space. This case could also impact other major cryptocurrencies. If XRP is ultimately cleared as a non-security, the door could be open for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other projects to argue for similar regulatory treatment. Essentially, Ripple's fight is the crypto industry's fight, and the outcome will likely set the tone for digital asset regulation in the US for years to come. And there you have it, a full breakdown of Ripple's high-stakes appeal and its potential to reshape the future of crypto regulation in the US. What are your thoughts? Do you think Ripple has a shot at winning this appeal? Or will the SEC's influence continue to dominate the regulatory landscape? If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Gold Rush Crypto Daily channel, and click the bell so you're always in the loop on the latest crypto news. This is a rapidly evolving case, so stay tuned for more updates. You won't want to miss what's next. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out our other videos to stay informed on all things crypto. And remember, this isn't just news. This is your chance to understand the future of digital assets. Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Always do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.